welcome to the Tower Update. This time it's class update and academy business session. We're going to do this once a month, and all the other days we will release more interesting information about fun stuff on the campus like we did with the Lost Balloon and such. So coming up, November 8th and 9th is a class called Expand Your Brand. That's with me and Chris Maddock. Now, that class is a 2-day version of a class that we sold out twice last year called Let's Create an Ad Campaign. Now, we're going to do the exact same thing, only we're shortening it and we're tightening up sort of the focus. So what we're doing with this class is teaching you how to create a character diamond, define the character diamond of your business, and then get you to start writing advertising campaigns for your business. Now, what we always say about campaigns and advertising is usually when someone sits down to write a good ad, they end up trying to say too many things at once. It's called the porcupine syndrome. And in reality, what you want to be is a rhinoceros. And Roy says this all the time. When you try to accomplish too many things at once, then you don't achieve anything to the depth that will make an impact. And so when an ad starts to try to make too many points, and they're all good ones, the best thing to do is not scrap the ad and just pick one thing. The best thing to do is realize you just made 5 really good points, and that means you really just wrote 5 ads. So you need to take those 5 things you're trying to say and split them apart and use one ad to focus on each of them. And that's what we're going to be doing in Expand Your Brand, writing ads, creating character diamonds, and developing and crafting a campaign for your business. Now that's 2 days. That's November 8th and 9th. And we'd love to see you there. We still have rooms on campus. The next following one is that I wanted to talk about actually was December 5th and 6th. That's actually a Tuesday and a Wednesday. That's a class called Extraordinary Leadership. Now, something Roy said a month ago kind of stuck in my head, and it actually became the basis for us doing this class, which was in a business, any problem that's not a marketing problem is a leadership problem. And he ran that by a couple of people, and everyone said, you know, I think I agree with that. Any problem that marketing can't solve is a problem that needs to be solved by leadership. Now, this class is going to be taught by Dr. Nick Grant, or Richard Grant, and he is going to focus on personality and temperament and understanding people as seen through the lens of MBTI and temperament psychology. And then there's a full day with Tim Johnpress, who for a living does executive coaching with some of the biggest brands in the nation. And he goes through this whole process of understanding your leadership style and understanding how what you do impacts the people around you and the goals you're trying to achieve. So that class is Tuesday, Wednesday, December 5th and 6th. We also still have rooms on campus for that one. We would love to see you there. Finally, I'm going to mention this. As always, we do private academies. If you haven't heard of those, a private academy is where your company or a group of your choosing comes in and you you get the whole day to yourself or 2 days. The cost for that is $15,000 per day. That gives you all the rooms on campus, all the food, wine, beer, whiskey, all the stuff we do. And it lets you choose. And I am building this syllabus list, essentially, that lets you go through all of the things that we could possibly teach at Wizard Academy. And the shortest amount of time we can cover that subject and the longest amount of time we can cover that subject. And you can use that to build a curriculum of your own choosing for us to teach to the group of your choosing, be it a company or a EO group or something like that. Now, the reason there's such a big gap in classes coming up at the end of this year is because I've got several private academies happening, and those aren't publicized on the website, and they're not open for anybody else to join. So you can do that as well. And last but not least, I will say it because it's the beginning of November, and I'll say it again at the beginning of December. It's coming towards the end of the year. We are a 501c3 educational nonprofit organization. It is time for you to do your end-of-year donations to get tax-exempt donations. We would be glad to be a part of that. Anything you donate to Wizard Academy, we are tax-exempt, so it's a tax deduction. We exist debt-free because of your donations and the tuition that you pay to come to classes. So thank you so much for being a part of Wizard Academy and what's made this place great. We will see you soon. Until then, may your crazy stay this side of legal, and may you return before we have time to miss you. Cheers.